Welcome to my blog. Today I would like to review the TomToms Spark Cardio and Music. It is currently being sold in most electronic stores. I bought this one in JB Hi-Fi in Queensland, Australia, or Townsville, Queensland, Australia, for the very expensive price of $349. Is it worth it, people? That is the question I want to answer. It promises a lot. It has a lot of things that it promises and that it does. So I have had many heart rate monitors and health monitors and exercise monitors. You can pretty much name it, I've done it. I've tried everything from Fitbits to, can't find my Fitbit right now, but here's my Nike Fuel Bands, to Polar, I had a Garmin as well. These guys don't have heart rate bands. These are just like health bands, really. They generally do your sleep quality. Some of them do. There's one that I cannot remember which one it was, but there was one that did a really good sleep quality because it gave you everything: the hours, the amount. I can't remember the one though. If I find it, I will put it up on here at some point. But most of them just give you how many hours you slept. And you usually have to push a button to tell it you're going to sleep, so that it knows when to start counting. And when you tell you're awake to stop counting. Which, if you're like me and like falling asleep watching TV, doesn't really help you much because you just don't know when you're going to fall asleep. So it could be counting an hour before you actually fall asleep. So it is what it is. And as you know, the heart rate monitors, this one's dead, I haven't used this one in a while. This isn't the last one I used either, I've had a few others. I had a more recent Polar. Polars are good, I always like Polars. But the reason that I moved away from the one that I was using is that the TomTom doesn't have a heart strap, like a chest strap, which most heart rate monitors do. And if any of you have used heart rate monitors or gym type monitors, you will know how annoying the strap is. And you can forget to put it on, or it can come off while you're exercising. That's happened to me a few times. And then you have to remember to take it off and wash it every time, and it's just annoying. They're just annoying, let's be honest. They are. They can also itch, and they can also pinch, and nobody likes them. The newest thing that I've also used, which is more of a health tracker, which actually I think if continue to use, is the Leaf. Now, some of you may know what this is, but most of you won't. It's not a, you can't find this in the store. This is one of those newest technology items that you find online. I found it, someone put up a thing of it on Facebook about a year ago. They're not easy to buy. They sell out really quickly. This isn't the most expensive one either. The most expensive one is actually made of gold. But I quite like these. They're very pretty, and if people around you don't know what it is, they just think it's a pretty leaf. You can wear it as a necklace. You can wear it as a bracelet. It actually comes with attachments for a necklace and bracelet. And you can even pin it to your clothes like this, look. You have to open it up a little bit. And you can even strap it to your clothes like that. See? It's actually pretty cool. But it's just a health monitor. It's not a heart rate. Doesn't really do calories or anything like that. And the only way to really see what it comes up with is by looking at your phone, because I think it does it with Bluetooth. Anyway, I'm not reviewing that. I'll review that on another page. So the TomTom. So I chose this particular watch for 3 reasons. Number 1, it has no strap, which interested me a lot. Number 2, it does all sorts of exercises. It monitors all sorts of exercises, from running to cycling to swimming, which is a big one, because most heart rate monitors either do one or the other. They don't do both. And for a while I actually had 2. I had one for the gym and one for swimming, because I love to swim, and it was pretty annoying It really was. And so, because most of them are not, you can't use them for swimming mostly. I mean, they're waterproof, but they don't do anything about your swimming. They don't track your laps or anything like that, or your heart rate or anything like that. So you can't use them for swimming. And obviously the heart straps are not waterproof, so you can't use them for swimming at all. So that's the other thing that interested me about this one, that you can use it for swimming, which is freaking epic. And then the third reason was, well, you don't have to get it with music, but I chose to get mine with the music. There are different varieties. I believe there's just a Spark. There's one without cardio, and there's quite a lot without music. I think this is the only type that does music, and it's I chose that because I thought it would stop me from having to carry my phone or my iPod when I'm doing jogging or anything, or cycling, so that when I'm out and about, basically, that way I always have music on me. So if I want to put some music on, I use wireless. It has to be a wireless headset because, as you can see, there are no holes anywhere to attach any headsets. So they have to be wireless Bluetooth headsets. Now, I bought the Backbeat Plectronics, which are expensive. They're at the high standard or high rate of headsets, but at $179.95 they are epic. I've actually done a review of these on another blog, so look for it if you're interested. But those are the ones that I bought for the TomTom, and they work really well with it. So those are the three reasons. Now the music, you can put, it says it has 3 gigabytes worth of music memory, which is over 500 songs. So far I've got about 200 to 300 songs in it, so I'm not really sure how much more you can put in it. I'm sure you can put more in it, but I haven't. I've only put that much in it so far. So yes, it says 24/7 activity tracking, and that is true. It does track you 24/7. If you wear this all day long, like I do, I live with this. I shower with it, I do everything with it. Cook with it, I do everything with it. If you wear this 24 hours a day, it will track your sleep. You don't have to push a button to track it either, not like the other ones. It knows when you're asleep. Don't ask me how, but it does. And it will track your sleep. It will track how many steps you move. It will track how many calories you burn. It will track, what else will it track? It tracks your steps, your calories, how many kilometers you've walked, ran, or whatever. How many minutes you've moved for the day. Moved means walking, like obviously sitting down, it's not technically moving. Watching TV is not moving either. So moving is, how many hours you've walked or whatever. And it's pretty cool, because at the push of a couple of buttons, you can see what you've done for the day. Or the week. You can see for the day of the week, I think it's left. You click the left button. See, there's the time. It's pretty big. And it gives you the date as well, which is 24th of March. It's 12:25. So it gives you the time and the date, and it's a pretty big, readable size. Oh, and it has a light. All you have to do is put your hand in front of it for a second, and you can't really see that because it's... Okay, let's try again. See, it kind of turned on. It's pretty light in here, so you're not going to see it very well, but it only turns on for a couple of seconds, but long enough for you to see the time. So anyway, this is the button. Now the center is not a button, but the 4 sides of it are different buttons. So if you push the left side of it, it tells you how many calories you have burned today. Now that's what I put as my goal. If you put steps or whatever, I think that's the first thing it will tell you. If after you push the left button, you go up, it tells you how many hours you've slept today. I slept 7 hours and 46 minutes, so that's a lot. So I've done 1,006 calories today. I have walked 0.98 kilometers today. I have, can't read that one. Alright, done 13 minutes and 40 seconds of walking today, of movement. And I have done 1,333 steps today. And that's today. Now, if you want to see for the week, you push the left button again, and it tells you for the week. So for the week I've done over 16,000 steps, and you push up, and it'll tell you the hours, how many hours I've walked this week, how many kilometers I've moved this week, and how many calories I've moved this week, and how many hours I've slept this week. Yes, that is hours. And that's how far it'll tell you. It'll do a day and it'll do the week for you. So that's pretty awesome. So that's the left button. If you push up, the up button, it will sync with your headphones, which it's not going to do now because my headphones are off. But if your headphones are on, it will sync to them and the music will automatically start playing on them. If you push the bottom button, this is all from the watch section. If you push the button, it will come up with the settings. I will tell you about the watch. Now, if we go to the about and we press right, it will tell us the battery left on it, and it will tell us the storage amount left on it, and other little bits of information there. You go back. Then you have the clock, that's to set the time. You have the tracker, the sensors, the phone, I assume that's to set the phone. A plane mode is obviously for flights. Because it has GPS and because it's attached to your phone, you need to be able to set it to plane mode. Other options, profiles, standards, they're your basics. So those are those. The battery lasts pretty good. You only really need to charge it once a week if you're using it regularly, if you exercise with it every day, type of thing. If you don't use any of the extra settings, like if you just use it 24/7 to track your normal activity, like just walking around or taking kids to school, walking the dog, that kind of thing. If you don't press any of the extra modes, like the swimming, cycling, gym, I'll show you those in a minute, then it will last about 2 weeks. Now, when it's about to die, it will stop tracking your regular movements and just use its leftover battery onto the watch itself, onto the time, the clock, and the date. That will actually tell you when it's about to die. It'll show like a little battery on the corner telling you it's going to die, please charge me. It'll do that for about a day or so before it dies, basically. That lasts about 2 weeks if you just use it for normal tracking, if you don't use it, or if you don't use any of the other modes. And that also includes if you use it for music a couple of times. So it's pretty good. Charging it once a week or twice or once in a couple of weeks is not a big deal. And it only takes really a couple of hours to charge. So you can even charge it overnight if you decide the sleep information doesn't really matter to you, or you can charge it while you're watching TV. Just attach it to your computer or whatever for a couple of hours and you're done. It really doesn't take that long to charge. So finally, if you push the right button on this, it will take you to the modes. Now the first mode is run, and then you go cycling, and then you can go swimming, you can go on a treadmill, you can go to the gym, you can do indoor activity, and you can do freestyle. I'm not entirely sure what freestyle means. I think it's just, I don't know, maybe just going for a walk with the dogs or something. And finally it has a stopwatch, which can be pretty useful for some of you that like stopwatches. So the good thing is for some of them it has GPS. It has GPS tracking. So if you go for a run or you go cycling, or I think the freestyle and the swimming as well, they have, I'm not sure about swimming actually, let me just quickly check, because it's been a while since I went swimming with it. No, swimming does not have GPS. But the cycling, the freestyle, and the running, they do have GPS. So what does that mean? It means that it tracks where you're going on your exercise, what you're doing on your exercise. So for example, if you go for a jog around the neighborhood, it will track where you've been, and then when you attach the watch to the computer via the cable, it will show you a map of where you've been, and it will tell you. It tells you everything. It tells you the distance, tells you the calories burned, tells you where you stopped. You can go on the track itself on the map because it shows you a map with the track that you ran, and it tells you when you stopped, how long you stopped for, like if you took a break. It tells you where your heart rate was the highest, where it was the lowest. You can go on any section of the map, stop there, and it will tell you what your heart rate was at that point, how long you'd walked, run, whatever at that point. It's pretty cool. I have to say it's pretty cool, because then you have proof, you have these maps saying, yeah, I did that. And you can look at it and say, wow, I actually ran that far, or, oh my god, I did all those kilometers. It's pretty cool. So yeah, you can do that with the cycling, the walking, and the freestyle. You can't do that with the swimming. With the swimming, you can set the length of the pool, so you can judge your laps and best lap time and all that. So you can judge your distances using that. I think there's a minimum amount, but I'm not too sure what it is. I haven't used it for swimming that much yet, but I plan to use it pretty soon. Oh, it is water resistance 50 meters, so you can essentially go diving with this thing. Not that I would suggest it. The strap, very plastic, very cool. When you take the thing out of it, which is simply just push that and it comes out, it doesn't take long. And you can actually buy separate straps. I'm not sure if you've seen them in the stores, I'm not sure what the prices are. I'm waiting for a pink one, because that's just the kind of girl that I am. This is purple. You can get them in black, grey, and purple, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but I know you can get it at least in black and purple. They're pretty good. They're very sturdy and stable, and you can buy straps. So if your strap snaps, or you just don't like the one that came with a watch, you can buy a new strap. It's not a big deal. Now, this is the actual motorized thing of it. As you can see on the back, it has a little thing that it's this is what judges your heart rate. See, when you, for example, see the little green light? That is what's looking for your heart rate. And when it's ready, when it's got your heart rate, it says go on it. See? Which I don't know how I found my heart rate, because, you know, it's not on me right now. But that is what tracks your heart rate instead of the tracker. Charge it, or attach it to the computer. It's got this little thing at the end. There you have the charger, which is a little cable. Some interesting looking. It's a USB cable. Everything nowadays gets charged with USB. See, USB on one end, and this funky looking adapter on the other end. And it's very simple. So you see the little thing that sticks out on the side here? Yeah, see? That part goes on the front of it, and then it just clicks in like that. It's very simple. And then you just attach it to a USB port on your laptop or wherever, and away you go. You charge it, you download all the information to your computer that way. When you attach to the computer, you'll get an app that comes with it that will automatically download all your information and your gym onto your computer. And your gym stuff and your exercise stuff, like running, jogging, cycling, all of that, all the information from those modes, will show up on a web page that you will have to get an account for, obviously. And that will tell you, it will show you the maps, and it will tell you everything you've done, basically. It's pretty handy. So that's all I can think of right now. This is Gizmo, my little Westie. Hey, Gizzy! We go for walkies a lot, so we've used it in walkers a few times. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I can tell you for it. I love it. I give it 10 out of 10. Oh, there is one more thing. When using it with headphones, it tends to skip sometimes. I think it might be because I have it on pretty loosely. I don't like strong, like jewelry, tight bracelets and watches. I don't like it. So see, I put it on the last. See the last hole? That's where I attach the first thing. It's got it's got 3 clips that keep it on. See? It's got 2 clips on this side, one here, and another clip on this side, so it is not going anywhere. It's not going to unstrap itself. So I keep it on the last hole, so it is pretty loose, and that may be the reason that it skips sometimes. It doesn't do it very often. I say once every 5 to 10 minutes, maybe. Not enough to annoy me, really. And see, it might be because it's loose. Maybe if you tighten it, maybe if you have it on tight, if you like tight watches, maybe it won't skip. But that I can't judge, I'm afraid. But I'm really happy with it. I hope you enjoy it if you buy it. I think it's well worth the price, of course. It's a little expensive. I'd be happier if it was cheaper. But I'd give it 9 out of 10 because of the price. But it is epic. I love it. It is absolutely brilliant. So if you buy one, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope this review helped. Have a lovely day.